Just in case. No, no, up, you're right. Yeah, all the way. Take this out. Control the line. Reach it out. Very young. Top 12. Back in.
A very pleasant good afternoon and welcome to the Bucks County Curling Club for the 2019 Big Buckin Bonspiel 4. We're here for the quarterfinals, the first batch of them. A and B quarterfinals right now happening. Our feature game is in the B event between Bucks County 5, skipped by Bill Niedreck, Rod Clapham as the vice. Greg Garner is the second, and Andrew Garner is the lead. They're playing against Alaska Connection, which is skipped by Dave Hill, now from Omaha, Nebraska. Sarah Smith, the vice. She is from the Anchorage Curling Club. Joe Soroka and Tim Fagan making up the front end. Our other B event game is happening on sheet D. It is Patty Coburn from the Plainfield Curling Club against Dave Zimmerman from the Curling Club of Richmond, Virginia. And on sheets A and C, we have A event matchups. On sheet A, we got a Bucks on Bucks matchup. We have Dan Pearson and his squad of merry men, accompanied by Russ from Chesapeake, against the defending champions Zach Gary, Bill Alford, Mike Dunham, and Ken Sievert. Over on sheet C, our other A quarter has Ed Semia from Nutmeg, along with Allison Kenny, Lauren Dunn, and Lisa Carasella. They are playing against the billet committee: Kevin Stayer, Kristen Weiss, Jane Stayer, and Greg Danks. Take a look here in the first into play. It is the Alaska Connection throwing the blue stones, and they do have hammer the last stone advantage. Bill Niedreck calling a double takeout, which is very un-Niedreckian. They need to curl just a bit. They were on it start to track, so it's going to be on the top one and just pick the top one off. Swept to be a backbiter. Leaves Dave Hill sitting 1. Dave Hill did join us in the broadcast area for the last draw. Provide some great insights. I'll make sure I speak kindly of Dave because his family is right in front of me. This shot coming on down, it's going to rattle around some. Probably not come out exactly as intended. It does leave a second shot stone for Team Nidrak. Bill's going to take a look, but it does seem to be that way. So Bill contemplating what he wants to do here. It looks like he plans to draw on down to the shot stone. Provides him a little bit of protection here. Insulates him against a large end, so seems like a good course of action. The stone coming on down, it is over curling a bit. Gonna not serve its intended function, and actually it's gonna make it for sure 2 blue now. So now we'll see how Dave wants to respond with his first skip rock. Throwing the blue stones here on sheet B. The last bonspiel for these stones, at least here at Bucks County. We have new rocks coming. Very excited about that. So Dave Hill utilizing the delivery aid, which commonly is known as a stick. He's got 2 of our newer curlers here from Bucks County joining him, Joe Soroka and Tim Fagan. Trying to scrub it on down, and it's going to be a little bit light, so a crack of a window of opportunity here for Bill Nidrak. Now he has 2 options. He can try to draw underneath the cover, or the one I would probably like is to come from the intern side and be a little bit on the inside, and with a little bit more of a margin for error. Bill is going to throw the out turn. Don't know if this is the course I would go with here. I much would prefer to throw the in turn. A little bit more of a margin. You could wick off the stuff and be okay. Right now they're on it hard already. And Bill knows he has to be on it, so he's on it too. They gotta go, they gotta hurry. They're across the hog line. And they're not gonna get far enough. So that's gonna leave a free draw for 3 for Dave Hill. All he has to do is get full 8 foot rather. A bit of an opportunity miss there to cut down the damage. Coming up in just a few minutes, it's going to be the ladies' finals of the U.S. Open. Serena Williams will be taking on Bianca Andreescu. This weight appears to be a little bit heavy, so sweepers want nothing to do with it. Settling on down, however, and it's going to be right at the tee line. So there it is, a score of 1, 2, and 3 for Dave Hill. And that's how it will stand after the first end of play. Over on sheet A, Zach Gary, the defending champion, took a score 2 and just made a fantastic hit and roll to lie, dead frozen on the center line. Wow, that was a shot. So they're up 2-0 over Dan Pearson. Over on sheet C, it was a single point taken by Kevin Steyer against Ed Semia. They just lobbed one through the house, so it's one center guard up for Steyer. Over on sheet D, it was Brian Hoofy taking 2 points from Patty Coburn in the first end. And that takes you around the barn. First shot coming up in our feature game. Dave Hill asking Joe Soroka to just put it right on in.
You want me to put the Polish on now or not?
Yeah. So back here we have one in the house for Bill Niedrak. The hit is coming from Dave Hill. Joe Soroka throwing a control weight. Looks like he's going to make it. Going to lose the shooter, but that's not a problem. Up by 3 stones. You don't mind that a touch? Bill asking for a guard. And Dave calling for a hit from Tim Fagan. Dave's playing pretty conservatively here, and a bit of a risk line there because he is with a relatively new front end. And generally you don't call on your front ends to hit too much if they're new. On the brush hard right now. They got to go. You have to hurry hard. That's some good sweeping out of Joe and Sarah right there. They're going to make that hit. It's going to trickle right up over towards the lid. Nice rock there. Ooh. Bit of a miss there. Now it's a decision time for Dave Hill. He can throw a guard or he can split the house. He's essentially throwing a guard. He's throwing a counter guard. So this is a stone that will guard the shot rock, yet still be in the rings. Forcing a double takeout back, thinking that might not come. Tim Fagan, a little bit of a wobble there, but gets it back together. Looks to be just a touch heavy with this, but there is backing available. This one's tracking a little bit along the forefoot, but ultimately it's the weight that missed this shot. It's just a little bit too heavy. That's the Bill I know and love. He's going to throw a draw. No, he's got it. He's hitting sticking. I don't even know you. It's very down weight. It's back line at best. It's not even that. Oh my goodness. Well, that shot had a few things going for it. It was on the right line and it was the correct color. So now Dave's going to try to capitalize on this and put some real pressure on. Bill trying to make a takeout here with control weight. Rob delivers the stone. Appears to be a touch wide. And that's going to be just a little bit outside. Dave's going to stack another guard here. Give it to Chris at the bar. That one comes a little bit further than Dave intended. And at this point, even though Bill has hammer, he could be tempted right now to just to draw on down, and that's what he's going to go to. Because this end is quickly getting away from him. And even though you generally want to score more than one when you have hammer, he's starting to be looking at a multiple point steal square in the face. So Bill wants no parts of that. Trying to score one, possibly two, and live to fight another day. This one has some work to do. That was at least hack weight, remove the rock. So we have our head ice technician, Joe Phillips. What types of times are we getting so far? He doesn't know. And he chooses not to share. He says if you want a split time, you should be in the warm room and clock it your damn self. I'm used to Joe walking away from me. Joe's like a ninja. So still 2 stones right now for Dave Hill. Sweeping hard to try to get past the guard. They're past the high one. They're going to get a little tap, a little raise, and they're going to lie 1, 2, and 3. So Bill is in a bit of a pickle right now. He's facing 3 rocks. He's thinking about coming off his own.
We actually kicked the Yangling, so
that's perfect timing then. You want to have a seat, Chris?
No, I actually have to leave in 5 minutes.
All right then. Bill Niedrak needs a shot to be made right now. He has 2 chances to do it. This is going to be his best shot to bail out of this end. we'll see how it goes. Rushers running, and now they're off. Needs to curl some. Curl a little bit more. Oh, what a wick. Oh, that was tremendously fortunate. And that leaves Nidrak sitting on the button and Dave Hill saying, what the heck just happened to me? So it leaves Bill Nidrak sitting one, well buried, under a long guard and two of his own. No real way to get to it. So he's going to try to throw a downweight little tap shot, it appears, to knock it out and leave his stones a shot. Don't have it here. Oh, that's on the guard right there. All right. So sitting one. Bill Nidrak can come down to the back, 1 for 2. Get right back in this game. A good number of people in the warm room right now watching these draws, knowing that this is what you paid your money to see. This draw's currently at a leisurely pace. We have a malcontent little Sheffer in the warm room. Apparently the wee Sheffer is not too happy with the commentary. It's going to wick and not trickle in, so it's going to be a score of 1. So after 2 ends of play, it's Bucks County 3 and the Alaskan Connection 1. Over on sheet A, Dan Pearson got a point back, and they're trailing 2-1 against Zach Airy. Kevin Stayer took 3 against Ed Semia, so it's 3-1 in his favor. It was a single point in the second end for Patty Coburn on sheet D, so they trail by 1 against Diamond State. And I'm joined here on our webcast by everybody's favorite junior curler at Bucks County Curling Club, You just put it on your head. There you go. By everybody's favorite junior curler at Bucks County Curling Club, Daniel Loffer.
Yes.
Hi, Dan.
Hello.
So what have you been up to this summer?
Curling camps.
So I know you did the junior camp here. What other camps?
I was up in Canada for one,
Okay.
in Ontario.
Any spiels yet?
Nope. First one's next week.
And where's that?
That's in Ontario as well. Same place I had the camp.
Oakville or?
Kitchener.
Okay. So what do you think? Can your junior team take these teams that are on the ice right now?
I doubt it.
So the first stone is... We got 2 stones in the house right now. One from each team. Dave Hill with that stone creeping into the house. It's not protected by the free guard zone. So asking Joe Soroka to take it out and lie to himself with a little bit of a roll. Joe and Tim have been playing for just a little bit more than a year. I think they're doing pretty good for that amount of time.
Yeah. I've done a little bit of playing with them in the instructional league we had last year.
Fair enough. So that hit is made, and it remains a guard, still in the free guard zone. So Bill Niedrak cannot hit that rock. He's electing instead to draw down to his opponent's stone. So how many spiels do you have on your calendar, Dan?
Too many to count.
Too many to count. Wow.
Well, I probably could count them, but I don't know.
Can run out of fingers?
Yeah.
Well, you've been a great help over here over the summer and put together all those heckle benches and got that wood stained up and everything and looking all happy. So we thank you for that.
Thank you.
So Sarah Smith, a friend of Matt Pring, actually played with him. Him and Dave Hill played at a cash spiel in Phoenix. They got to play all their games. Greg Garner here. That one looks like it was left a little bit inside. The question is, can they hold it with sweeping? Rob and Andra trying to get it past that guard. They're not going to be able to do that.
That was close.
It certainly was, and it does leave their opponent's stone half guarded. So now they're facing 2 opposition rocks. And Tim Fagan is going to try to increase the pressure. At this point, it looks like that Dave Hill, the blue skip, is trying to just apply as much pressure as possible and jump on every opportunity and make their opponent miss and when that miss may or may not occur, be ready to score a lot of points when it happens.
It's definitely the best approach.
And now we have Bill playing out a little bit. I don't think I've ever seen him call appeals, so a little bit outside of Bill's normal operating procedure, which would tell me that Dave Hill's approach is working because he has his opponent playing outside of his normal game.
Throwing the low percentage shots.
Shots away, it looks to be about a 8.5, 9-second shot. Firm up weight.
Hair wide.
Yeah, but there's a big target there. You're going to get something. There's one. Oh, yeah, that's not so bad. So you remove one, and you're now sitting third shot. Under cover, but just half on the 12-foot. So, Dan, if you're Dave, where do you put this one?
I would put it right on the button.
Okay.
If I were him.
I like that. Well, he's going to spread the house a little bit and put a tee line on the left side as we're looking in the broadcast. Both are good approaches. It's just what you feel comfortable with.
Right.
The danger with going on the button is you give something for Bill to freeze on.
That's true.
That one, yeah, that was a little light, and it, being a little light, it took the curl. So Bill calling for another hit from his vice, Rob Clapham. Rob's looking to throw a control weight hit. And preferably would cross the face, and if you get really lucky, spin on down to the blue stone by the tee line. That's going to need more than luck. It's going to make the hit, it's going to roll out, so objective number one is made. Called to make a takeout. He made the takeout, didn't get the perfect roll, but that's okay.
Shrinks the steal to one.
Absolutely. And now Dave Hill is going to split the house to try to make sure that the force is on. Dave is keeping the game simple here, which I think is a good call. When you don't have the hammer, forcing your opponent to take one is always a sound strategy. And they still have to make that shot to get one.
I believe he does have hammer, correct?
Stop, correct, don't let facts get in the way of a good story, Dan. Well, nevertheless, that one sailed through.
Doesn't change the outcome.
No, it doesn't change the outcome. It doesn't make me less wrong. Oh, boy, and that's on tape.
That's great.
It's okay, I've done that playing. You ever skip and forget who has hammer?
Yeah.
Okay.
Many times.
Yep. So Zach Gary took a single point in the third end, so he's up 3-1 over his club mates from Bucks County. Dan Pearson executing a hit, and they're going to sit two. Dan's probably going to try to make that end go towards a blank. Or not. As everyone could hear. You can't see that sheet, but you just heard Dan. Okay, so Bill is going right to plan B here, trying to get around. Not going to get that, but we're going to get a dink and no dunk.
That opens that hit up.
It does.
It's not bad.
Right, so now Dave Hill is going to try to draw underneath that newfound cover. Hit the top 4 foot and force Bill Niedrak to a tough draw for one. Dave Hill using the stick, a delivery aid. Technically supposed to be standing on the hack at some point, but he's walking directly over it and in the line of where he's going, so I don't think anybody would make a fuss over that. I wouldn't.
Don't think anybody would.
It didn't curl quite enough. The stone sits fully exposed. So Bill has went into full offense mode here. He's going to try hit and roll under. Taking about a foot of ice. So I would expect a heavy board weight here.
I would go with a light control.
I'll give you that 6-inch difference. All right, Brock's on the way. It looks pretty good right now from here. He has him on and off. On and off is usually a good sign. Needs to curl, needs to get across the face. Really needs to get across the face. Just tracking from there. It's going to be shot and actually undercover, so no, it's not. Looked like, looking at the overhead monitor, it looks undercover. But looking at it in real life, it's not. Actually looks undercover there.
It does. It's like half buried on the overhead.
But in reality, Dave Hill can see all this stone, so he saunters on back to the hack. And says, I'm going to hit it. Over on sheet C, it's a steal of 2 for the billet committee. They're now up 5-1 over Ed Semia. I just learned that the C is silent, so I'm showing off the fact that I actually know how to pronounce his name.
All right.
After 8 years knowing him.
It's a good thing to show off.
Yeah, well, I got to take the victories I can get, Daniel.
Yeah.
Thanks for your support. Hit is made and it sticks and it's a score of 2. Is that two for Dave Hill? Makes it 5-1 after 3 ends of play. Have an update over on sheet D for you. It was Brian Hoofy scoring another 2 to take a 4-1 lead over Patty Coburn from Plainfield. Nice showing out of the team from Diamond State, the Arena Club. Diamond State has 2.5 teams here this week. They have 2 members on a team from Ocean State. And a nice tap to put one right under the button under cover. Wow. Great shot on sheet D.
Yeah.
What I really like about these quarterfinal rounds, Daniel, is that we've seeded out the pools some, and teams are playing the teams that they really should be playing.
We've got good games now.
Yeah. And through the pools we had quite a few, about half the games were blowouts. But it's all about getting to this.
Yep.
The true competition being where it should be.
It's the nice thing about having a bracket.
Yep.
The teams sort themselves.
Oh, the pool, yeah. In brackets, you rely on the draw master. The pools help.
Yeah.
And even with the pools, we do endeavor to try to seed that to the best of our ability. You're never going to you can't know everyone. It's not like I'm seeding tour players. So there's one at the top of the 8-foot. Joe Soroka with his second stone. They say it's T-line or better. It's got room. It's definitely better than T-line.
Better than 12-foot.
And it makes it through. We have a downweight hit attempt coming here. Curling in nicely. Just not enough weight. So now Dave Hill is going to elect to stagger a guard here. And the advantage is when you stagger the guard, it's tough to make a double takeout without leaving a guard. Unless you can throw some uber peel weight and slash them off, but most people aren't going to make it that way.
Yeah.
You have to throw it the more conventional straight on method.
It's a little bit up.
Looks like the team's starting to get a little bit of a case of the heavies here.
Frost coming off.
Well, this is our first, we have a fresh scrape. It's right in the middle of the day. We've had people in the room. Ice temperature is probably about 3/4 of a degree higher than it's been running in the morning. it lends itself to fast ice.
Yep.
So what we've been running about 14 and a half, we're probably creeping closer to 15. In fact, we'll try to get a couple times because Joe Phillips won't tell me what it's running. Even though I know he knows. That's okay. I have a stopwatch. I can do things.
Well, I've got 2 stopwatches.
Oh, there you go. Double phones. You got your phone and your father's phone, right?
I do.
Well, make sure you use all your dad's minutes or gigs or whatever.
Yeah.
We used to have to count minutes. You only got so many minutes a month.
Minutes of talk time.
Yeah. Before that, we used pay phones. You ever use a pay phone?
Yep.
Oh, really?
Once.
Once, okay. How about a rotary phone, eh? No. So there we go, guys. That's a generational divide.
Yep.
Well, that was 13 and change, and that was back line for sure, without hitting something. Ooh, nice takeout there for Zach Gary. Forgive us if we get distracted, because there's good games going all the way across the barn. This is my favorite draw of the year at the club. Well, 2 draws. $14-8. Okay. It is Bill Niedrak sitting 1 by the closest of margins. Now we have Dave Hill trying to throw a little bit of a downweight shot here. Has him right on it. Tim Fagan, Joe Soroka trying to hold the line. They're pounding it for line. They are absolutely hammering it, but it looks like it's going to be up on the guard. So let's see how this roll shakes out. That was only about T-line weight.
Might be on the other side of it, yeah. Straight past everything.
Huh. It looks like Bill's looking to get creative right now. I don't know about that. Don't know about that either. Okay. Danny, you're pretty smart. What's the goal?
You hit that just off nose, you've got both of them.
Okay.
It's the double and roll slightly.
That is so
middle.
tough to clear your own, though. You're going to just clear your own if you make this. Well, I'd love to see it happen. Well, it's not going to.
Looks tight, yeah.
Okay, so that just kind of fouls up the works a little bit. If you're Dave Hill, you could throw one with some weight off your own there in the 8-foot and take out the shot stone. Coming from the inside out. Or try this shot and try to grab a piece of the button. trying to drag this, it's just going to be a little bit too light. So, looking at the scoreboard here, you had to make an aggressive play. You're down by 4 at this point. You could, you could start guarding stuff up and make one all day here, but he's trying to throw backline weight and raise his own red up into the blue to 2. He's not looking to move it too much because he actually wants to leave that blue as a catcher. Interesting shot here coming. That's more than backline weight.
Definitely more than backline.
I think he's went to plan B already. He's going to play off the blue.
There's that.
You know what? There's a lot worse than that.
Oh, yeah.
Because now, as we're looking at it on the overhead on the broadcast, you can rifle in to that. You can rifle into the red that's just off the center line that's on the right on the overhead. Fire into that blue and still be counting regardless. Oh boy, I don't know. This is where you're so tempted to throw a stupid shot.
Yeah. I mean, if you just nailed blue.
Well, I mean, you've talked with Wayne about the drag effect.
Yeah, it's.
What do you think about those 2 in the front? You think you could drag them?
The 2 in the front, if you there's separation.
But is that enough? Could he cut it enough to drive that red straight back?
If you throw a lot of weight and you just nick the blue, then it may. I don't know.
You gotta catch like what, a quarter of the rock?
Yeah, most likely.
Because when you see all those stones, you just want to find a way to make them count, right?
Yeah.
I'd be agonizing right now. Because you've done a lot of work. You know, you made.
That's not there anymore.
No, it's not. No, actually, it still is.
It's just more difficult.
It's actually easier. They're frozen now.
Yeah. And you have nose on the blue that's on the outside.
Very, very, very interesting.
Yeah.
I wonder if anybody's watching and chiming in, because love to hear what you guys think that they should throw right here. We do have a few viewers. So if you're Bill Niedrak, what's the call, guys? Throw it in the live chat. There's 11 people watching that are not me and Daniel. It looks like he's going to try to tap back the stone just to the right of the center line, biting the 8-foot, remove the blue rock and sit and make 2. And that is narrow right off his hand.
Slides tight.
But you know what? I might actually wakey whack with some luck. Here's that drag shot. It would have went.
Yeah.
It wasn't enough weight, but it would have went.
It would have done it, yeah.
He hit it right where he would have had to hit for the drag effect shot. You just had to throw about a 5-second deal at it.
Yeah.
Because
something like that.
Because that's easy.
Yeah.
I throw them all the time. Well,
Throwing anything past 7 seconds with accuracy is the most.
right. I throw it.
Yeah.
I didn't say I hit the broom.
Not with accuracy,
I
no.
didn't say I hit the broom. I throw a 5-second peel.
Yeah.
But Bill's going to have another shot at it. And the angles are slightly different.
Another 3 on A
Oh, yeah, that's
for Zach.
for Zach Gary, the Defenders winners last year. Playing with 3/4. Bill Alfer, who was a part of the team last year, is playing as a 5th this year. Who is now not a soccer dad, but he's a curling dad.
Yep.
Has to transport your butt all over the place.
Yeah.
Okay, Dave Hill looks at this situation and I think quite rightly is throwing a guard. Because that entire front mess can hurt him a lot.
Yeah. One to red doesn't hurt blue that much.
Yep. Oh, that's great.
I'm surprised he hasn't noticed sooner.
Oh, man. The score on sheet A, Rachel, is 6-1 in favor of Zach Gary. This shot's not going to do anything. It's going to be 1 for red. Moving on after 4 ends, 5-2 in favor of Alaska. And 2 people from Bucks. The Alaska people are getting all chesty in front of me here. Gotta smack them down just a touch. We get half the credit. Ed Semia scored a deuce against Kevin Stayer in the 4th end. So that score is now 5-3. Competitive game there. And Patty Coburn went up the turnpike and picked up a 3-ender. So that score is now tied at 4 after 4 ends. So as expected, good games here in our quarterfinals. Coming back the other way is center guard called for. Trying to get Andrew Stone over. Just has to be over the hog line. You really don't care. That's fine. As Bill said, that's perfect. He'll probably look to put a 3 underneath of that. Dave Hill calls Joe to put one in the house on the wing. Dave's keeping this game pretty simple the whole way. He has hammer. He's just looking to put one in and put one in the other side, and away you go.
Looking to be as aggressive as possible.
Yep. Wow, another keg of Founders. Whew. Another one bites the dust. And another one down, another one down, another one bites the dust. Going in our wheelchair lift. The wheelchair lift now has a current score of 133 kegs and 8 wheelchairs.
Keeping track of that?
Yeah, why not? Cassie is back. Cassie has our Polish food. And Cassie probably needs some help from our Gophers, but she'll find them. There you go. Comrade Cocktails heard those ears. Our Polish food buffet has arrived. It's going to get set up. We have our Bigos, which is made by Daniel and Bill Laufer. I hope you did something because I just gave you credit.
I did a little bit. Yeah.
A little bit, like you plugged the thing in. You turned on the stove.
Yeah.
That's about it? Okay.
Put some sauerkraut in. That was about it.
You put some sauerkraut.
So a whole lot of sauerkraut in it.
That's going to be great. It's shaken bacon. I helped. There we go. Lots of people going out. I see Ken and Ellen heading out. We have 40 pounds of kielbasa coming. 140 Golumki. 20 vegan Golumki. Made out of buckwheat. They're actually very tasty. 650 potato and cheese pierogi. 250 mushroom and sauerkraut pierogi. Halushki. It's going to be fine eating this evening. And good on our digestive system.
Amazing.
PA. We're going to have a blowout this evening. Okay, so one undercover right now for Dave Hill, and asking Tim Fagan to just throw another one in there. Down the same path, down the same turn, so it should be quite doable.
He's not playing a bad strategy. Seems to be working.
Yep. This one looks a skosh heavy. The sweepers want nothing to do with it. It's taking the curl now.
Might get a piece.
You know what? That's not bad at all.
Not a bad shot, no.
So they are sitting 2 right now. Now that stone is fully exposed. Depends what Bill wants to do. There is no jam. If you hit it cleanly, you should make the double.
I'm not sure if you can get nose from the.
Don't know if you need fully nose. I think they're going hard. Got to try to get past the guard. They are now past the guard. I get off.
Passed.
Up now. Oh, it just didn't have the weight, did it?
No.
Oh, well, that's not bad.
Not a bad shot, no.
Well, if you're going to not throw your intended shot, that's a good option. So right now, in a brief WTF moment, Dave Hill says, peel. Make them go away. Brushes are on it. trying to hold it to make the peel without a jam. And it's going to jam and be very close to being second stone. I think it's third, but very close to being second stone. Bill says put it back. Line more important than weight. That's a, anytime I see that broom go up and down the ice vertically, means the skip really doesn't care about how heavy or light it is. He wants it on that line. And this is one where if I'm throwing it, I'm definitely giving it to my front end and letting them manage it. I'm not trying to stick the. I'm probably trying to throw for a 2 and let them brush for a 3. This way, if I'm a little bit light, they can, if I throw a 1, they can brush to a 2, and the line will probably still be okay.
And even a 1 isn't bad.
Right. But a 6 or 7 is no good. And I need to stop talking because every time I say something like that, it happens.
Yeah. Bad luck charm.
See, that being... I just wonder if we had a little bit of better communication between the front end and the skip. Probably would have never brushed that till just the very end. And he might be able to bring it in some. I'm not saying directional sweeping, but wait until it really took the curl.
Just finish it.
Yeah. At the club level, that's more what you're doing. You need to take the curl. Because we're not changing our broom heads every game. So.
You can enhance it, not change it.
Correct. Nice shot there. 3/4 open. The jam work looks worse on the head-on than it does in the overhead. Or I like that too. Call normal weight about for a nose here. This shot's really not that difficult. It's just like you're just nosing a stone. The problem is in the mind of a newer curler, you say, crap, I'm making this little run back here. It's the same nose hit you ever made.
Yeah. It's just a nose hit that goes into another one.
Yep. And you know what? I think this is well executed.
Just a purposeful
boom.
jam.
Curling in the room. Ooh, I smell good food. It is here.
Oh, yeah.
Can't wait. We got Marcy and Kevin have been sitting here all day waiting for dinner. Daniel, our hog lines are, we don't use tape, we paint our hog lines here. And Kevin is the man who painted our hog lines this year.
Nice.
You're going to do it next time. Because Kevin won't do it again.
You have to change every time?
Well, yeah, I have to sucker somebody else into it. Or do I need better scotch? If I get better scotch, do I... Actually, remind me a little bit later, I have some... So Bill Niedrak here with his first skip stone. Looking to remove the rock of Dave Hill. Needs to be careful not to jam on to his own in the back.
It's a hair outside, but it's going to catch the curl.
It's going to hit and stick and... Oh!
A little bit of a jam.
Needed just... Oh, that needed like 10 licks of sweeping.
Yeah.
Not much at all, because that was, you know, you had 10 feet between there. You're talking a 16th of an inch. They had to hold it. Our favorite member, Louis Sheffer, walking past us. You know, Daniel, if I could be guaranteed that a kid was as good as Louis or as good as you, I'd have kids. But there's no guarantees.
No.
So Dave Hill making a takeout here on the second shot stone. We'll leave him lying 1 and 2.
It's a risky shot because if you hit anything other than off nose, you either roll just off nose, you either roll out or you jam.
Now, there you go. You're falling into the color commentator.
Yeah.
It hits, it jams a little bit, but it leaves his own shot under cover, so that's not so bad. Bill Niedrak with his final stone. He does not have hammer. He can see just a piece of shot rock. Really not enough to speak of.
Just a sliver, yeah. You can only get half of that with even back line.
Yeah, so, and that wouldn't be enough to make him be lying 2. No. So right now he's speaking of throwing a tap back on it. Oh, no, he's going after it. Okay. Well, I'd say this is probably our Toyota turning point in the game. Gotta make this one. Just lighting Schaefer's nail. The food's already hot. Our dinner night was made by the Pierogi Kitchen, Boston Avenue and Red Lion. Talk to Paulina for all your needs. It's all homemade. Yeah. Got to get past that guard. Final stone from Bill Niedrak. And I think they were just a little bit too late. And that is going to give Dave a shot for 4.
Yeah.
Open hit and stick for 4. And that will likely be the ball game if that were to occur. The ice quality's been pretty good this weekend. We've been running 14.5, almost 15 seconds for about a 25-second hog to stop, which is as fast as you'll find in a lot of competitions. You see some frost on the ice, but that's, you know, it's a little deceptive because that's below the pebble. The pebble being on top of the base. Oh, he rifled that one.
Oh, yeah.
Hit and stick
For 4.
and count them up. 1, 2, 3, and 4 for Dave Hill.
That will
And even the
be
score,
it.
even the scoreboard didn't like that. The 2 tile fell off. Make the score 9-2. After 5 ends, they're going to play a 6th. Try to make something happen. If you just gave up 4, you can get. No reason why you can't get 4 back. Well, there's plenty of reasons, but it could still happen.
Yeah.
Over on sheet C, a steal 2 from Semia. I learned that.
Semia, yes.
Semia. So that's tie game after 5 ends. Whoa, Nelly. We have a score of 2 for Brian Hoofy from Diamond State to take a 2-point lead. Now, in fairness, Patty Coburn in the 6th end with hammer is line 2, pretty well buried. So that game is right in balance for sure. Over on sheet A, it was a single point for Dan Pearson in the 5th end.
To leave the score 6-2.
6-2 after 5. Right now, Zach Gary is setting 1. Dan's looking to throw a hit and roll to lie 2, trying to put the force on. But it's going to need a little bit of good fortune for that game to turn around. First stone from Dave Hill is thrown to the top of the 8-foot. Telling Joe to just throw another one in. Lay him in the house. Make the opponent make him go away. If they're chasing you, they're never setting up an end for themselves. There's a hit and roll out, and Dan's not too thrilled about that, because he knows he just gave Zach a shot for a deuce. Not going to be the easiest shot, but Mike Dunham from Dresher, Pennsylvania, holding the broom. Rocks away. And Zach throws the hit. Be a score of 2 more for Zach Gary, and that's going to be what she wrote. So congratulations to the defenders for Bucks County Curling Club. They will advance in the A bracket at the Big Buckin Bonspiel. They win by a score of 8-2, final in 6 ends. That's Zach Gary, Mike Dunham, Bill Alfer, and Ken Sievert.
That game is over.
Yes, it is. And they will be rewarded by playing the early draw tomorrow. Back here at our featured game, we still have one in the back of the house behind the tee line for Bill Niedrek. Dave Hill throwing a little lightweight shot. And Tim Fagan just kind of nudges it out. At this point, Bill's just going to try to load him in and see what happens. There comes a point where you have to take your normal book strategy and throw it out the window and hope for a couple of errors. And in the championship, Serena Williams is down a break.
Yeah.
5-3 in the first set, serving 15-love. Yeah, that was a pretty nice shot. Came to a good spot. So now, Tim's going to go from throwing the little backline shot to a touch more weight.
This game is over. Shake after this thing. This game is over. Over!
That's our morale and spirit of curling officer, Matt Pring.
We're going to continue to around for it.
Oh, don't worry. In a few minutes, Daniel, you'll be able to get some dessert.
Yep. The dessert train starts.
Well, we had a Daniel dessert tracker.
Oh.
He had about 4 or 5 yesterday.
Oh, yeah.
So Bill Niedrak is sitting 1 on the button. Our tightest game is on sheet C right now, all tied up in the 6th end. It's Semia.
Silent C.
What's funny is it took him 8 years to correct me. Is sitting 1 without hammer on the button in a perilous situation right now. And right now, Kevin Stayer has the opportunity to turn on the offense there. Very short run would completely change the complexion of the end. And that is the call over there. So to paint a picture, Nutmeg has 1 just to the left side of the top the tee line on the button. There's a Bucks County rock just slightly offset in front of it with another Nutmeg rock with the Bucks County rock behind that. The proper run would probably leave Bucks sitting 1 and 3, but with less of ability to answer. So Kevin Stayer throws that rock.
A lot of Serena haters.
And that cheer is not for Serena Williams, who lost the first set.
A lot of racists, I meant to say. What happened over there? It's there. Shot.
No.
Yeah.
No.
So 1.
Yeah. Oh. Look at that.
Sitting 2.
Starting to look a little bit more interesting. Yeah, I'm sure they know. I'll take care of it. Thank you.
Glad to help you out.
I appreciate that. Because I know how it would go. If I let you go and say, "Yo, Dave, you played too damn slow. You're only getting to play 7 ends."
I would tell Bill.
Sitting 3 now. Blue does not have a hit.
Oh, the plot moistens.
Blue's best shot is the draw.
You don't think you could chip in the one that is on the top of the 4-foot?
That is possible, but
Because you have a whole pocket to catch it with. You know, right now you're in not give up 3 or 4 mode.
yeah.
So if you chip it in that little hole and maybe end up giving up 1, that's not so bad.
It's true.
But it looks like Dave Hill is going to use the stick of death and just rifle one. Here it comes. Yep. Got to get past the guard. Are you past the guard? Are you past the guard? Yes, you are. Oh, look at that little redirect. Oh, man, you get that from good living, folks. That is good living and sending your $8 a month towards the 700 Club. You know about the 700 Club, don't you, Daniel?
I don't.
That's Pat Buchanan. He begs people for money every week.
Oh. All right.
And has a little TV show where he's a right wing conservative.
Okay. It's great.
Hey, he's actually, you know what? In terms of people on the right, Pat's actually pretty okay. He ran for president once.
Okay.
Yeah. History. We have plenty of history people here. I know a lot of history. Well, your dad knows a lot of stuff. And Dan Pearson's a history major. He has a master's. So is Cassie.
Have we settled the DP debate yet?
I don't know, but this draw coming down here from Bill. Oh, how do you ever leave it short? Oh, come on!
That one hurts.
You never leave it short. Painful, painful, painful.
Yeah.
Okay, so this is the part where I start looking at see if there's anything stupid to make that back one in the 8-foot count too. I don't see it, but
No.
but I enjoy looking for it.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, no, because then
You've got the run back on the one over here.
Well, I was thinking for a second, if you run back the one on the center,
and you just chip the...
Well, you go and bring it over and throw it more as a slash, and then that blue runs onto the red on the button, which will jam on your own red, which will go, that blue will go on to the other blue, and that will never work.
Yep.
But it sounded fun thinking about it.
Yeah. If you throw enough at the red in the corner, you can just chip the blue and then get the other blue.
Yep.
With the guard.
So Dave Hill with his final rock, which will likely be his final rock.
Yes.
Throws a guard to cover the tap, which is probably the most advisable shot. What's he looking at?
Double tap.
Okay, tap, tap. Well, if you're going to play that, I'd actually tap the one on the center line, a little shorter.
Yeah. But then you don't have to work with angles that may make you not shot.
Well, you're working with angles right now because, you only have...
That's true.
You only have a little bit to get past that from that distance. You take the shorter vertical distance, and you're only moving it a little bit, so you're throwing back 8-foot weight.
Absolutely.
It's just whatever you feel more comfortable throwing.
Absolutely, and this is what Bill Niedrek wants.
Back 4 weight. That's all he needs.
Back 4 weight, indeed. I'd probably throw 8-foot, but yeah.
Yeah, you can throw 8 foot. The back 4 weight. Perfect.
So the final shot's away for Bill Niedrek in the 6N. Bucks County Curling Club trailing by 7 in the penultimate end of play.
Looking good. Just curling too much.
It is indeed going to overcurl, and the tap will not reach the next tap. 1 and game. So Dave Hill. Currently from Omaha, Nebraska, knee of the Anchorage Curling Club. We'll be moving on. So, for my companion, Daniel Alford. Daniel, thank you so much for joining us.
No problem. I enjoyed it.
That's fantastic for Dan Laufer. Our engineer, Jimmy Fannin, and everybody here at the Bucks County Curling Club, we wish you a pleasant afternoon. We'll be with you again shortly.
All right.
A little more ice.